We're live. What's up? What's up, MLSP family? Man, the plug just got pulled on me. I didn't know we were going live. All right, but now we are. I guess that's what happens, not paying attention. What's up? What's up? What's up? Make some noise. Who's excited? Who's here? I see you guys are blowing up the chat. I'm not going to be able to look at the chat too much because I want to stay focused on the training today. I will keep the Q&A open. So it is enabled. What's up, Antonio? What's up, David? What's up, everybody? Randy, Terry. Woo! What's up, Tom? Fired up. Who's excited? Man, we got a packed house. And yes, I am here. I'm fired up. It's Tuesday. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon or wherever you may be. It could be a different time, obviously. What's up, Michelle? What's up, Evelyn, Dale, Carrie? So excited to be here. And today's training is one that I am very, very, very excited about. Apparently, you guys are fired up too. So I'm talking about. All right. So definitely eliminate distractions. You may want to open up your Facebook just for a couple of things I'm going to be sharing with you. But we're just going to dive in. This training could become, I'm just going to let you guys know, but I mean, like, I could probably turn this into like a full-blown course that would be multi-faceted with, you know, hours and hours of training. This is going to be, in the very best that I can, about 1 hour of just, you know, flying through as much as I possibly can cram into this training. And then I do have the FAQ, not the FAQ, the questions box available. So if you guys have any questions as I'm going through this, don't post them in the chat, post them in the Q&A box. That's where I'll be looking to see if you guys have any questions. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Somebody just said Aaron's system campaign training is fantastic. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, the back office, the system campaign, I've had just an outpouring of incredible feedback from that. People saying who could never get leads before, after applying what I teach in that system campaign training. It's right at the top in your MLSP back office under system campaigns to get leads. And the feedback has been amazing. Almost everyone that I know of who has applied, keyword applied, what is in that training has been getting leads. So it's really exciting to get all the feedback on that. All right, let's dive in. So today's topic is how I have been able to use my Facebook profile to recruit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in my businesses over the last handful of years. Hundreds of recruits, hundreds of signups. And I've done that spending nothing on marketing. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Again, this could go hours. There's a lot that we could cover, but we're going to give you a condensed version. I'm going to give you as much as I possibly can in this training. And I'm excited to be here with all of you guys. All right. So first side note, I have to give everyone a disclaimer. I'm going to be very raw, very real, very aggressive in this training. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. If I'm a little over the top, a little too excited for you, I apologize, but I'm just keeping it real. And this, what I'm sharing with you, is what has worked for me. And I know it has worked for other people, but I can only teach and only share what I know has worked for me. I know there's other marketers out there who are extremely successful, some who are even far more successful than I am, and they may not agree with any of this. So just keep that in mind. This is what has worked for me. I'm just sharing that with you here today. And, you know, for one, paid advertising. I've never really done it. You know, every time I've spent money on ads, Facebook ads or solo ads or any of that kind of stuff to build my business, I pretty much just wasted my money. You know, I got some likes, maybe I got a few leads here or there, but I just never took the time to get good at paid ads. And part of it is because I didn't need to. I just didn't need to, so I never took the time to learn that. So I don't want to take anything away from paid advertising because, again, there's people who make way more money than me and they all do paid advertising. powerful. It's phenomenal. It's awesome. Oh, right? Facebook ads is definitely where it's at. So obviously you can learn right in your MLSP back office all about paid advertising, Facebook ads, all that kind of stuff. This is just my experience where when I tried, didn't really work out, wasted lots of money. So I've just kind of continued to use what worked for me, and that was my Facebook profile. And in addition to my Facebook profile, I've also built a list, a very small list, very powerful component I'll just kind of throw on top of this training is that if you are not building a list, you are making the biggest mistake you could ever make. Okay, we all know that you have a blog at your fingertips, but even if you don't use the blog or don't have the blog up and running, you can still build your list. You just simply connect your capture page with Aweber, with an autoresponder, and you're building your list. If any of you are not building your list yet, either shame on you or you need to start, okay? Either way, that's something you definitely need to start ASAP. So that's the first thing. Make sure you're building your list. That is critical. That's something I started doing actually, I started doing it about 5 years ago, and I wish I had started it 10 years ago, right? So that's the number one thing. If anyone out there is not building their list, put that at the top of your to-do list to start building your list. That is a must. Set up an autoresponder with Aweber, get response, connect it with your capture pages. You've got to do that, all right? We're not going to go into anything more on that in this training because how have I been able to sponsor hundreds of people spending nothing on advertising? That's the big question. I have people all the time like, well, Aaron, you're making 6 figures. You're a top recruiter. How much are you spending on advertising? I'm like, none. They're like, what? How is that possible? I'm like, it's simple. You guys have all heard about it, right? It's real simple. Attraction marketing. Have any of you ever heard of attraction marketing? Anybody? I know all of you have because you're a part of MLSP. My Lead System Pro, what? Is the premier attraction marketing training company on the planet. There is nothing better than MLSP, and you guys have it at your fingertips. So because of attraction marketing, because of what MLSP teaches, I've been able to earn a 6-figure income in 4 different companies using attraction marketing, not advertising, not spending money on advertising, just using attraction marketing. I'm going to share with you some of as much as I can in this training in what I've done and how I did that. All right. So take some notes, get rid of distractions. Let's dig deep. Again, I do have the Q&A box open. So if you have questions, use that Q&A box. I probably won't be able to go through all the chat because you guys are blowing it up, which is cool. It's awesome. So attraction marketing. All right, let's go through first some of the details, some nitty-gritty stuff. All right, so if you're taking notes, you're going to want to write this stuff down because I don't want to go slowly. I want to go through this fast. You can always rewatch this recording as well. So let's jump over to Facebook. I'm going to show you guys a few quick things that you want to make sure with your Facebook profile that you have things set up properly. All right. So first thing is over here at the top right, and this may be different depending on your browser or operating system or whatever it is, but you need to just find settings. Okay. It's not going to be too hard to find. You just find settings on Facebook. And when you are inside of your settings, if any of you are still have not yet set up your username, that's definitely something you want to do. Okay, you can see it here, the username. That gives you your own specific custom link that you can easily send out to people. And I'm going to show you guys something kind of cool. Some people don't know this, but you actually have the ability to take your username and you could just put FB for Facebook, fb.com/your username, just like that, fb.com/your username. And when you could put that on a business card, you could put that in your emails and your signature. And when people click on that, boom, it automatically will direct them to your Facebook profile. So just a cool little thing there. So make sure you set up your username, okay? The next thing is under, definitely set up security. Security has nothing to do with this training, but I would definitely advise that you set up some enhanced security on your profile to protect you. All right. Next is under privacy. By the way, somebody said that this is blurry. If what you're seeing is blurry, what I would recommend that you do is, I believe you're all watching this inside of the interface, which is fine. But if you go on we're on webinars on air, but if you go to the bottom right, you should see a little icon, a little box, and Evelyn just said it. Click on settings at the bottom right, and you can change the resolution to HD. Change it to HD, and that should increase the resolution of the video that you're watching right now. Okay, so this is really important, your privacy. Make sure your posts are on public. I mean, it blows my mind when I see network marketers and you don't have your stuff on public. I mean, that's like the biggest mistake you could ever make, because you are a marketer. If you are a marketer, I told you guys, I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be a little in your face because I'm trying to help you guys. If you are a marketer and you don't want people to see your stuff on Facebook, maybe you should not be a marketer. That's just my opinion. Or maybe you just shouldn't be an attraction marketer and you should do marketing, the other way, just spend money on advertising. But if you're going to be an attraction marketer, all your posts need to be public. The only exception to this would be if you have specific posts that you're putting on Facebook that you don't want everyone to see. So like right here, you can put a post on Facebook and you can change it to your friends, or you can change it to specific people. Let's say you don't want your kids. You don't want anyone to see your kids. Well, when you post stuff on Facebook about your kids, for example, you don't have to make those public. Those could be just for certain people. But I'm going to suggest, just from my experience, everything should be public. If you're putting it on Facebook, keep it public. Okay. Review your posts, limit the audience. So I'm not going to go through all this. Who can contact you? Who can send you a friend request? How about everyone? Okay. Don't limit who can send you a friend request. Keep it open. How about who can look you up? Everyone. Again, you are a marketer. You want everyone to be able to get a hold of you and contact you any way that they possibly can. Who can look you up by your phone number? Everyone. Okay. All right. Do you want search engines to link to your profile? Yes. Did you guys even know this was here? How cool is that? Did you know that your Facebook profile is listed in the search engines? Pretty cool, right? So obviously turn that on to yes. All right, next. So we're under privacy. How about timeline and tagging? All right, some of this is just personal preference here. And who can add things to my timeline? Only me. Again, this is just a personal opinion, because when you go to my personal profile, you don't see anybody posting on my profile. The only stuff you're going to find on my profile is stuff that I put there. The only exception would be if someone tagged me in a post. But if someone tags me, look at this. You have to review. Hold on. Laura just said, why would you allow everyone to access a private number? That's not what I was saying in the previous up here when I talked about privacy. It says, who can look you up using your phone number provided? Everyone. This means that if they know your phone number, they have to know your number first, and somebody goes up to search, Facebook search, and puts in your phone number, then your profile comes up. Pretty cool, right? But if they don't know your number, then that's not going to happen. So that's not, this isn't necessarily giving your phone number out to everyone. Okay, back to timeline and tagging. So, no problem, Laura. So I personally keep this only me. I don't want everyone posting on my timeline. If people want something on my timeline, they can post it on their timeline and tag me, which people do. And when they do that, I would highly recommend you put this on. That way you have to approve tags before it will appear on your timeline. Okay? Who can see posts? Everyone. Who can see everyone? You know, keep this stuff on everyone. All right, so we don't have to go through all that stuff. All right, now the final one here is public posts. Make sure you have this set. Who can follow me is set to public. Everyone make sure that you have this set to public, because this is going to allow for you to build up your following on Facebook. We all know that we can only have 5,000 Facebook friends, but guess how you increase that number is through followers. So make sure under public post filters and tools, who can follow me, you set your followers to public. All right. Who can comment on your posts? Public. You know, all this stuff is public. All right. And that's pretty much it. So any questions on that? Let me know really quick. And I'm going to just jump over here and see if you guys have any quick questions. Why use your personal page? Why not set a business page? Great question. I knew that was going to come up. So this is a great question. Why would I not use a business page? And just to clarify the fact that I do have a business page, I'm going to show you guys on my personal profile. If you look over here, I actually have this, and I would recommend that you set this up as well, so that when people are on your profile, they have an easy click right here, and they can click over to your fan page. And you would set this up by going into your edit and customizing where you work. And you can add a workplace of where you work, and you put in your fan page. Okay, we're not going to go into any more details on that. You can figure that out. But that way, when people are on your profile, they can click to go to your fan page. Now, to answer your question, I've tried using my fan page for years. I have a fan page. Here's the problem. Again, personal opinion. Okay, so I'm going to answer this right now, so I'm deleting that one. Your engagement on a fan page is way harder to get versus engagement on a personal profile. Now, I know some people are not going to like what I'm saying. I'm just giving you my opinion. This is just personal preference. I've used my fan page for a while. And if I post something on my fan page, it gets like 1 or 2 likes. I'll post something on my personal profile, it blows up. Why is that? Well, I think there's one big reason. Your personal profile, you cannot pay Facebook to post something on your personal profile. The whole boosting of personal posts went away because it just didn't work. It's all free. But on your fan page, Facebook has a pay to play model. It's just a reality. Not saying it's bad. It's fine. I know that those of you and people out there who have become experts with Facebook advertising, obviously you're going to use your fan page, and you could create a huge reach. I get it, with your fan page. If you do it right, you could also spend hundreds, thousands of dollars and get nowhere. But when you post something on a fan page, your reach is almost nothing. They don't show your post to very many people. It's just the reality. Unless you're famous. There's always the exception. Like if you're an Eric Worre, okay, he's famous. Everybody's going to follow him on his fan page. I get it. But we're not all Eric Worres. You know, unless you're a movie star or a celebrity, their fan pages blow up because they're famous. But us marketers, we don't have it that easy. When you post something on your fan page, if you don't pay Facebook money to promote your post, who's going to see it? Very few people. That's the reality. So I have always stuck with what has worked for me, and that is my personal profile. I use my personal profile for business. I have for years, since the beginning when I started becoming successful online, it was all through my personal profile. Now, if any of you are thinking, well, are you allowed to do that? You know, is there a negative to that? Whatever, you know, you may be thinking, don't abuse it. Like if you're spamming on your personal profile, you could get in trouble. But I don't do that. And we're going to talk more about that as well in this training. So I am promoting on my personal profile about my life. Guys, this is my life. Network marketing is my life. It's what I love. It's not all I post about, though. It's just some of what I post about. And because I have good content and I'm providing value, it's worked. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions on that, let me know. Let me see here. So I think you have so many followers. Okay, again, if you guys have any questions, post them in the Q&A box. That's where I'll be looking for questions. If you change the username, will it affect prior info? Evelyn, yes, it will. Meaning if you go into your Facebook and you change your username, which I only think they let you do it once, if ever, then anyone who had your username before, it won't work. They can still search for you just fine, but the username, if you change it, the old one will not work. When posting on your personal profile, how do you avoid irritating your friends who aren't interested in our type of business? Great question, Rob. We're going to talk about that, okay? So we'll come back to that. So we were talking about the privacy. We went through the settings, the timeline, the public post. Make sure your stuff is set to public. Let's talk about something else on our personal profiles that is very important as well. And that is when you look over here on the far left-hand side, they have these featured photos. You guys see these featured photos? I have one here with Eric Thomas. Pretty cool, right? I mean, that's like the man right there. On stage speaking at MLSP, like amazing, right? Unbelievable. Such an honor. Getting to meet the man right there, John Maxwell. And, you know, so the point here, guys, is your featured photos is valuable real estate. You want to put in these featured photos pictures that will be attractive for people. Okay, so make sure you do that. Then here's another mistake I see people making. Okay, over here on the left-hand side, you guys see this over here on the left-hand side, which is right below your featured photos. You have where it says photos. And the mistake that people make is, I'd like for all of you to go look at your profile right here on the left-hand side of your profile where it says photos and look at these 9 pictures. What do you see there? Is it fun? Is it attractive? You have the ability to control what is in these 9 photos based on allowing photos to be tagged and pictures that you put on your timeline, that you allow on your timeline. Here's the mistake I see. Marketers, when you go to their profile, these 9 pictures are filled with advertisements, filled with promotional material. Come join my business. Come get my products. Come get access to my email list. And so what's wrong with that? It's going to repel people. You don't want your photos to be just a bunch of ads, okay? You want these photos to be inviting. You want them to be fun. And you want, again, this is attraction marketing. So hope you guys are getting some value from this. You got your featured photos. You've got these photos. And I also want to just mention something that I probably should have mentioned at the beginning. And that is to set proper expectations for this whole training. Because when I started using Facebook to build my business, I had no followers, 0. This was 5 years ago. 0 followers 5 years ago. Had probably 2,000 friends. I was a struggling network marketer, living paycheck to paycheck. A lot of you know my story. Some of you don't. Paycheck to paycheck. I'm working 2 jobs to support my family and no success in the industry. And I start using Facebook to build my businesses using attraction marketing, just my personal Facebook profile. I'm going to share with you some of the strategies that I've used that have worked on this training as well. All right. But here's what I need everyone to understand. This is not an overnight success. It just doesn't happen. Unless you're a celebrity, unless you're already super successful. When I started this, it was a very slow, very tedious process. It takes work. It takes consistency. If you're not willing to have the end in mind and go through this process and realize that if you post, here's what's interesting. There are people on Facebook who will post something and they will get hundreds of likes, 400, 500 likes on one Facebook post. I could take that exact post word for word and I'll get 50 likes. So how come this person got 500 and I only got 50? Same post, because they have created a engagement. They've created the trust. They've created, and they've worked for that engagement on Facebook. Someone else could put that exact same post on Facebook and get 2 likes or 5 likes. So one person gets 500, one person gets 50, one person gets 5. When that happens, don't get discouraged. It's part of the process. And if you apply some of what I'm going to share with you in this training, your engagement is going to go up. And, I've seen people post, well, you don't get paid for likes. And that's true. You could get 500 likes on a post and be broke. You could get 500 likes on a post and still get no leads and get no signups. That's true. But would you rather be able to put something on Facebook and get 500 likes or put something on Facebook and get 5 likes? Which would you prefer? Which would you prefer? 500 likes or 5? Obviously, you want 500 because it's real. It's authentic. These are real people that are liking your content. And because they're liking your content, when you post something properly to promote a product or a service or your business, what do you think is going to happen? If you only have 5 likes because you don't care about likes, who's going to see your, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, jab, 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 right hook. When you do the right hook, which is asking for a sale or trying to sponsor someone, when you do the right hook, if you only have 5 likes, you're not going to really get much. But if you're getting 500 likes, you're going to get a lot of prospects, a lot of leads. So you can turn likes into dollars if you're doing it right. And so that's why a lot of what I'm sharing with you today is about helping you get more engagement. Because the more engagement you get, the more following you have, the more leads and sales you can make with that engagement. All right. So, just want to set that proper expectation that this does take time. All right. So keep that in mind. I'm just looking at my notes here so I don't get distracted. Let me see if you guys have any quick questions. When posting on your personal profile, how do you avoid irritating your friends? We're going to talk about that. How do you create featured photos? All right. Let me see if I can show you that one really quick. How do you create featured photos? Can you change the 9 photos? How do you control them? Great question. Also, another question on the photos. Is there a way to change the photos? Okay, you guys are blowing that one up. All right, so let me show you guys. Let me see if I can show you how this works really quick on the photos. So when you're on your personal profile, your featured photos are over here. And I'm just going to, let me see what happens if I, okay, so right up here, see this? At the top right of your featured photos section, there's a little edit. If you click edit, this allows you to choose up to 5 photos. Okay, so that's how you do that. Really simple. Top right of your featured photos section. Now, these next 9 are not as easy. You can't do that with these 9. All right. The way these 9 work is when you have a picture that is on Facebook that is tagged and you have allowed that picture to show up on your timeline, that will put the picture here in these 9. All right. You cannot control the order. You can't move them around. Okay. You have full control. You have full control over these 5, but you do not have control with these 9 other than, again, I'll say it one more time. When you have a picture that is on your timeline that you have tagged or someone tagged you and you approve the tag and you allow the picture on your timeline, that will put it in these 9. Make sure they're good pictures. Okay. All right. I just had a little question. Somebody says your microphone is excellent. What brand is your mic? I've actually had this thing for a very long time. It's a Blue Yeti mic. I think it was like $100, $120. So that answers that question. A little side note there. All right. So that's good. We answered those questions on the photos. Awesome. Let's continue. Okay. Facebook friends. Don't be in a rush to get 5,000 Facebook friends. You know, it used to be like a frenzy. Oh my God, I got to get 5,000 friends. That's cool. It looks good. I only have 4,000 friends right now. But I have 15,000 followers. And it's not that there's any right or wrong or anything like that. I just want my friends to be people that I'm working with, that I'm prospecting, that I'm, connected with, people who are engaging with my content. Not that there's anything wrong with followers. Love every one of my 15,000 followers and growing every day. But the reality is you can only have 5,000 friends. So why not make those 5,000 people who you're really connected with, who you're really friends with, who you're working with? Because guess what that will do? That will increase your engagement. And the more engagement you have, the more exposure you're going to get on Facebook. We'll talk more about that. So a suggestion might be to periodically go through your Facebook friends and either reach out and connect with them. And if they don't want to be connected or interact or have some type of connection with you, then unfriend them. Free up that space. It's funny. I see people post on Facebook and they're like, it's time to clear out my friends. Like and comment on this post or I'm going to remove you from my friends. And what's interesting about that is there's no way to do that. You realize that there have been programs that people have sold that would supposedly tell you out of your friends who were engaging. Whoa, there we go. Who were engaging with you and which of your friends were not, so that you could unfriend them. There's never been a program to successfully pull that off. I've tried. If you know of one, let me know. Because there have been programs where you'd pay money to do that, but they never work. They've never worked. I don't know if Facebook just doesn't let you see that data or what. So when you see people posting that, all they're really doing is just getting a post that's going to get tons of engagement, which is awesome. Nothing wrong with it. But you would actually have to go through your whole friends list and then look at your post and see, did this person like and comment on my post? Yes. Okay, they're good. Did this person like and comment on my post? No? Delete. Like, no one's going to do that. So just keep that in mind. The reality is just keep your Facebook friends, people that you're connected with, that you're engaged with. Otherwise, clear those out. Because here's my question. If you really had 5,000 friends, then how come none of them are engaging on your post? I'll give you a minute. Think about it. If you had 5,000 friends and you put something on Facebook that's funny or engaging or of value, 5,000 friends, and you get 10 likes or 50 likes, where are the other 4,950 people? They're just not on Facebook ever? Or they really just don't care about your posts? So my point is try to keep your Facebook friends people who are actually going to engage with you. Okay. So are you guys getting some value? Looks like you guys are. Awesome. Any other quick questions here before we continue? What photos should we post again in the featured photos besides our business ads? I would post pictures in your featured photos that show you being a real person, not an ad. You catch that? If you're posting advertisements of your products, your business, make money, all that kind of stuff in your featured photos, you're going to repel people, just being honest. Unless it's something of your like massive of value. Like, here's a free training I did on how to do XYZ, you know, and you have one of your featured photos maybe is to a course or some product or something like that, or something that's of value, of free, maybe to a capture page. But for the most part, your featured photos should be inviting. It should be fun. It should be real. It should be showing you as a real person. Okay. Where do I see how many followers I have? Great question. Let me show you that really quick. So on your personal profile, you're going to go right up here over on the left-hand side. Also, make sure you have a bio. This is your little intro. People actually see this. It's simple. It's, you know, not something salesy. It's something inviting. Okay. So right here, over on the far left-hand side, it says followed by, and it tells you how many people are following you. So that is where you can see over right above your featured photos. You can see how many people are following you. Okay. When do accept a friend request, do you wait before engaging with them several times before adding them as a friend? Let's talk about that. So when you accept a friend request, do you wait before engaging with them several times before adding them as a friend? I think that it's just personal preference. You know, I mean, if you're in a conversation with someone and they're a decent person and you're having a conversation, make them a friend. Why not? You know, if they add you, accept their friend request. If you're in conversation with someone, you can add them. You know, just be normal, you know. Given your fan page isn't responsive, will you still post on both your personal and your fan page, or just personal? Great question, Rob. I do post on my fan page, but it's really just for fun. Like, I don't really expect anything from it. You know, if I have something I'm going to promote, a course or a product or something, maybe I'll put something on my fan page and I'll boost my post to my fans for $10 to try to get some more eyeballs on it. But what's crazy is even if I do that, I still hardly get any engagement. I'll spend $10, $20 and still get hardly no engagement. And, you know, it's just, again, I know there's people that are crushing it with fan pages, crushing it with Facebook ads. I get it. That's just not me. Maybe one day I will. Okay. It's very possible. I know that Facebook fan page is extremely powerful when properly using it with paying. You got to pay to play with a fan page. So I would say that I don't really post on my fan page that often. I probably should do it more. How do you separate content between personal and business page? Felix, we've answered that. It's really just personal preference. I have not used my fan page that much. It's just the reality, because every time I have, I've just wasted money on boosting posts, and the engagement is horrible. So I literally will post business stuff on my personal profile, but it's done in a non overly salesy way. It's done in an attractive way. All right. And I'm not saying I'm the best. There's other marketers out there who are 10 times better at all of this than me. I'm just sharing with you my opinion, what's worked for me. How many times have you been in Facebook jail from using your personal profile for business? Is it easy to keep out of Facebook jail? Ray, great question. I've never been in Facebook jail for posting on my personal profile. Knock on wood. Never. Because I'm not promoting links, and we'll talk about links here in a few minutes. I'm not a pushy marketer on my Facebook profile, pushing out, make money, make money, make money, and here's my link, here's my link, here's my link. It's done in a kind of a natural, fun way. I have been in Facebook jail for private messaging too many people. That was like years ago. I haven't done that and haven't had any issues with that. So somebody says, please explain a fan page. We're not going to get into that. Inside of your MLSP back office, there's tons of training on fan pages. Would you advise not to use a fan page? Again, personal preference. I think that there's a fan page is powerful if you're going to use it. If you're not going to use it, don't have one. But there's nothing wrong with having a fan page. I like how on my personal profile, there's a link that boop goes right to my fan page. It's kind of cool. And I think that all of us, we're marketers. There are definitely going to be times when you want to be able to promote something and pay, with a Facebook ad. And in order to do that, you have to have a fan page. So that is probably one of the reasons why I would definitely recommend it if you want to do that. Let's see here. Aaron, what is the networks used for in general settings? I'm not sure. David, I'm not sure. I could go look real quick, just really fast and see what you are even talking about. General settings, networks. I have no networks, so I have no idea. So I wouldn't even worry about it. You want to research it, go for it, but I don't even know what that is. How do you increase your followers? Sharon, great question. I only have 175 followers. We're going to talk about that. Okay, I know this training is going long, but you guys are blowing me up, so we're going to be here. All right, just sit tight. Got a lot of powerful stuff I still need to share with you. How do you increase your followers? That's like the $1 million question, right? How do you increase your engagement? How do you increase your followers? How do you grow your list? I can tell you that what I'm sharing with you on this training is exactly how you increase your followers by applying what I'm sharing with you. It's being consistent. It's not being too salesy. It's not promoting your business all the time. It's being real. It's being authentic. It's being, being fun, being positive. If you're posting negative stuff, that's probably not a good idea. So that would be one thing. There's some other things we're going to talk about as well. And if you ask me that again later, if I miss anything, let me know. We'll dive in deeper. Was there any prospecting involved? I'm not sure what you mean by that one. How long were you in Facebook jail for sending too many messages? A couple days, not too long. Here's what I'll tell you about being in Facebook jail for sending too many private messages. It's really simple. I personally, check this out. I have personally sent a private message to 100 people in a matter of minutes, copying and pasting. The only thing I changed is the name. 100 private messages within minutes. No problem. No jail, no warning, no nothing. How's that possible? Two reasons. One, most of those people I'm friends with. So that kind of puts kind of a green flag. If you message tons of people and you're already friends with them, Facebook is probably not going to care. Number two is none of them marked my message as spam. Those are the two reasons how I'm able to send 100 private messages very fast, no problem. You're friends with them and no one marked you as a spammer. If you're sending private messages to a lot of people and maybe you're not friends with those people, you might get a warning. But the worst thing is if people mark you as a spammer, woo, that's not good. Then you'll get blocked or at least put in Facebook jail for not being able to send private messages. So hope you got some value from that. How do you get the money from the fan page? How do you get money from the fan page? Well, that would probably be from making sales. And we're not going to probably get into that right now, but there's lots of training in the back office on posting and getting content out there. generating signups for your business, getting members, things like that. So Facebook doesn't limit the number of friends who see your post on your profile. Richard, yes, of course they do. But what I've found, again, is that when you post something on Facebook on your personal profile, your friends are, more of your friends are going to see that post than your followers. You guys catch that? That is why I like to make sure that the friends that I have on Facebook are people who are actually going to engage in my posts. And it's probably time for me to clean out some friends, because I have 4,000 Facebook friends. But if I do a big post on Facebook, maybe I'll get 100 or 200 likes. So where's the other 3,000 people, right? Who knows? Here's my point. Facebook is going to show your post to more of your friends than your followers. It's just how it is. So just keep that in mind. They're both good, but just keep that in mind. All right. Do you add people as friends that show up in the people you may know, or do you wait for people to send you a friend request? I, today, don't ever hardly send friend requests unless it's someone that I'm connected with. If it's someone maybe on my team, or maybe someone who I'm having a conversation with on Facebook, somebody that I'm prospecting, right? A hot prospect. Somebody who I know for sure that I have some type of relationship with, then yes, I'll send them a friend request and send them a private message. Hey, just want to shoot your request, want to get connected with you. You know, we should be friends on Facebook. Boom, send that friend request. But unless you are in the beginning stages of just building your Facebook, I would not recommend just friending tons of people. Because then you're going to end up with tons of Facebook friends who don't really know you, you're not connected with, and they're just wasting your friend space, okay? Hopefully that answers that question. And you guys are blowing me up over here. Geez, I got to get back to my training. Within your description, you reference home biz. Is home biz or business a red flag trigger, even though you're just in your description? I don't think so. I mean, I'm in a home business. That could be anything. It doesn't say MLM. It doesn't say network marketing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously. But being in a home business and putting that you are in a home business in your description, in your little intro bio there on your profile, that's definitely not going to flag anything. Absolutely not. There's nothing wrong with having a home business. Facebook doesn't care if you're in a home business. What they care about is when you post on your profile constantly about your business and you're posting links all the time. Not only that, but your friends are probably going to get sick and tired of it. Is there any way to boost your reach to your posts on your personal Facebook profile? Ray, great question. Guys, listen up. How do you boost your reach on your personal Facebook profile? There's a couple tricks I'll share with you quickly, and then there's the hard way to do it, okay? The tricks, some things that I've done. Okay, you can actually share a personal Facebook post to your fan page and then boost that post. I've done that. So if I do a video, like a Facebook Live, for example, or if I do a video, or if I do a picture or something on my personal profile, I could share it onto my fan page and then boost it. 5, 10, 20 bucks, whatever. And that's going to drive more eyeballs back to my personal profile, okay? Another way, your list. Guys, I use this one, and it works. It works awesome. This is a golden nugget. You can put an email out to your list with a link to your post on Facebook. It's really simple. And so let me show you what that would look like, just for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. When you go on your personal profile, let's say that this video right here of me crushing this workout was a marketing video of some kind, and I wanted to send this video and get more traffic, more eyeballs on my video. Well, you come up here to where it has the time. In this case, it says 19 hours. I'm going to right click. Whoops. I'm going to right click on this and choose copy link address. Now, if you're in a different browser, it could be something else. Copy link address. You could also, if I just click on the 19 hours, and then you come up here to 19 hours, click on it again. Okay. Now look up in the address bar up here. Look what you have. You have a direct link to your video. And so you can copy this link, just right click copy. And then you go to your email list. You send an email and say, hey, I just recorded this amazing video about blah, 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 blah. Want to share it with you. Here it is. Boop, put the link. And now you've got everybody from your list going to watch your video on Facebook. Bam. It's pretty powerful. I love that one. Are there any other things you want to share from your formal presentation? If yes, please do. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What can you do if your username is not available with your name? Come up with a different name, a creative name. I would hate to have you put numbers at the end of your username, but if you have to, do that. Come up with something in your username, but you definitely want to have a username with your Facebook profile. Absolutely. All right. What do you post to get your email list? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Please clarify. Now, I was going to also say other ways to promote your posts on Facebook. The other way, the long-term way, the harder way, the nitty-gritty way, but really the most important way. And that is, you guys have all heard this, okay? But I'm going to just tell it to you because this is important. If you want more engagement on your personal profile, you need to engage with others. Rocket science, right? Telling you guys, this is gold right here. Listen carefully. The more that you engage with other people on their posts, the more that you like, the more that you comment, that does two things. One, it gets their attention. All of those people that you are liking and commenting on their post, you're encouraging them. You're saying congratulations. You're giving them some feedback. You're always being positive. You're giving them some love. Great, whatever it is. The more you engage on someone else's profile, number one, you're getting their attention. Like, oh, look, this person's engaging with my stuff. And there's a really good chance that that person might click onto your profile. And they might like and or comment on some of your stuff. And here's what happens once you do that. Facebook says, here's you, here's that person. They are engaging on each other's stuff. We are going to show their content to each other more. So just by doing that, now when that other person that you went to their profile and engaged on their stuff, when that other person comes over to your profile to check you out, even if they don't like or comment on your stuff, if they do, great, but even if they don't, Facebook is now automatically going to start showing them your posts in their newsfeed. And what do you think is going to happen if you have 10 times, 100 times more people having your posts show up in their newsfeed? What is that going to do for your engagement? But here's where it breaks down. People are not consistent. You have to be consistent. Write that down. Consistent. You need to engage with other people consistently. But there's a trap. The trap is getting lost on Facebook. Don't get lost. When I'm on Facebook, I am being purposeful. I am on purpose scrolling through Facebook to see who I want to engage with. And I'll take 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes a day, every day, to engage with other people. And the more you do that, the more those people are going to be compelled to come check you out, and the more Facebook is going to show your posts in their newsfeed, hence increasing your engagement. There it is. Okay, so that was a big one. Let's see here. All right, now let's dive in. We got some other stuff we really need to talk about. Another way to really get the attention of your friends, your 3,000, 4,000, maxed out 5,000 friends. And this is also a good way to determine if you want to unfriend someone. Every day, and some of you are already doing this, I know, but every day you go to your Facebook homepage here, and you look right up here, and you'll see this little icon right here for birthdays. And you can also do this from your cell phone. You click on that, and you can write a little birthday message for the people these are only your friends. And so what I do, and I don't do this all the time because it can definitely be time consuming, but this is definitely a good way to get the attention of your friends, to increase your engagement, and to also possibly determine if you want to unfriend some people. Because I have Facebook friends from 4 or 5 years ago who are never on Facebook, who are never going to engage with any of my stuff, so I'll unfriend them. And so what you could do is you could go to their profile. See, if you do it this way and you just write on their timeline, okay, happy birthday, Doug. Okay, always tag them. If you do not tag them, they may not see your post because they're probably getting happy birthday messages from hundreds of people. So that's the first tip. When you do this, tag them. Here's another tip. When you post on their profile, you could also go to their profile and send them a message. Boom. Happy birthday, Doug. I probably, in this case, would not have put his last name because that's not, kind of weird. I would say, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, Doug. Something. So what am I doing? I'm connecting. I'm creating connections and building the connection with someone who I don't even know who Doug is. I really don't. Another thing is if you look at his profile, and this is what you'll find in some cases, that some people, like you could see he posted an hour ago. If you go through someone's profile and they're posting stuff that's repulsive or posting stuff that's like negative, or if they maybe haven't posted in like a year, you'll find that too, where, wow, this person has not posted on Facebook in over a year. Guess what I'll do? Come right up here, boom, unfriend. Because they're not even on Facebook. Why would I want to be friends with them if they're not on Facebook? So that's a little quick tip that can help massively increase your connections with your friends and increase your engagement. Okay. A couple other quick things here. For increasing your following, Sharon, you talked about this. Everyone, how do I get more followers? Guess what? We talked about it. Go into your news feed and go out into Facebook. Go into Facebook groups. Go out on other fan pages. Eric Worre, Ray Higdon, Grant Cardone, Eric Thomas, all the big, successful, massively superstars in the industry. Your mentors, go to their fan pages, go to their Facebooks. I'm going to share with you guys another gold nugget here. You ready? You go to these other people's fan pages who have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, or their personal profiles, and you engage on those posts. When Grant Cardone posts something, boom, I get notified. Eric Thomas posts something, I get notified. Gary Vaynerchuk posts something, I get notified. And I will, not always, but I will post a comment on their post to be encouraging, to be attractive, to talk about being a successful home business owner, you know, being able to make an incredible income working from home. Wow. It's amazing. And I'm so grateful to be learning from you, Grant. You know, whatever. Just say something about their post. And here's what happens. They have such a huge following that they're going to have a lot of people who are going to see your comment. What do you think might happen if you do that every day? You will get people who are going to come over to your profile and check you out. They might friend you. They might message you. They might engage with your stuff. That's a very simple way to increase your following, to leverage the massive success of others on their profile. Never spam, never pitch, never promote. It's just engaging. It's just being positive. It's sharing something on their post. Okay. And just a side note on your personal profile, don't ever be negative, you know, and be excited, be positive, because who wants to work with a negative, boring person? I'm just being honest, right? Nobody. So be positive, be excited about life, about your business, about what you're doing. And here's one. Okay. Everyone says, how much should I post business versus personal? Everyone wants to know that question, right? That answer. How on my personal profile, how much business, how much personal? There's no exact science, but it shouldn't be all business. I personally would say that it goes up and down. Okay. If you go look at my profile, it's about 50-50, where half my posts are about my kids, about my family. We're on the beach, living the life, right? You know, talking about CrossFit. CrossFit's something I love to do. So about once a week, sometimes twice a week, usually once a week, I post something about CrossFit because that is a passion of mine. So what's a passion of yours? Because when you post stuff that you're passionate about, even if it's not something that people are going to want to do, they're still going to want to follow you and kind of follow your journey. You know, even before I had any success, I would do this. And I would talk about my job. I have posts, just one came up in my, you know, it shows you like what you're doing years ago, like on the day, on this day, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And one just came up the other day, and it was a post of me talking about how I'm at my job working on my lunch break, prospecting and following up with people. And I'm so excited about being able to quit my job and go full time as a network marketer. It was like 5 years ago. And so wherever you are in your journey, be excited, be real, post about it. You don't have to try to give this perception that you have a full-time job, but this perception that maybe you don't, and that you're just a full-time networker, but you're really not. Like, keep it real. Share the journey. People are going to respect you if you are real. All right, so here's a big one. Let me just check and see if there's any other questions. What are your thoughts on posting happy birthday on your own timeline and tag the birthday people instead? Carrie, would never do that. The question is, would you post happy birthday on your timeline, wishing your friends a happy birthday on your timeline, not on theirs, on yours? I would never do that, because then every day I would have happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday all over my timeline. So I probably would never do that. I would post on their timeline or send them a private message. When I go into groups, most of them are just posting their ads. I don't see any engagement. Does that just mean I'm looking at the wrong groups, or is it worth posting stuff? Sharon, posting stuff in groups is really something I rarely do. I actually just did today, which is kind of funny. But I probably will post in a spam group. I call them spam groups. If you go in Facebook and you do a search for groups for network marketing or work from home, you're going to find spam groups. And it's people promoting their businesses all over the place. I know all of you know what I'm talking about. Posting in those groups usually is pointless because, like Sharon said, there's little engagement. Most people don't even look at what is in those groups. If you are going to post in those groups, it has to be something that gets attention. It has to be something that's eye-catchy. It could be a video. It could be a picture. It could be a super quick status update with a question. Try to grab someone's attention. Other than that, the way that you can use these groups, here's how. You go into these groups, these spam groups. You find someone who's posting about their business, making money. 99.999% of all those people are not making any money anyway. And you comment on their post to grab their attention. Like, whoa, someone commented on my post. Woohoo! You comment on their post and then you say, hey, shoot me a private message. And what are you doing at this point? You now have someone who is posting in spam groups about their business. They're probably not making any money. Probably. And you've just started a conversation. What a concept. Guess what I'm sharing with all of you right now? I'm sharing with you what I did when I had no success, when I had no prospects. 5 years ago when I was just getting started, I would do this. And it was very tedious. And I have a book for all of you that you should buy. This is brand new. Go for No for Network Marketing. Forward or co-authored by Ray Higdon. Phenomenal book. Guys, take a picture real quick. Get this. This is a book that you want to get because the number one thing that people are afraid of in this industry is getting rejected. This is what kept me from having success for 10 years. I was afraid of this word. And as soon as I literally went after this, like my life depended on it, just like Ray talks about, and I literally every day went after as many no's as I possibly could. I would be messaging people. I would be commenting. I would be interacting. Hey, how's your business? Hey, how's it going? How long have you been with that company? If you don't mind me asking, what type of income are you earning? Connect with people. Put in the work. I don't know what else to tell you. Do you know that there are millions of people on Facebook who are looking for ways to make money? There's never an excuse of where are their leads? There are millions of people on Facebook who are in a business, who could use leads, who need what we have to offer, who are looking for a way to make money from home, who are struggling right now. If you just did what I just shared with you in these spam groups, connecting, interacting, commenting, private messaging. I'm working with a lady right now on my team. And she's doing this, and she's sending 50 messages every day. And she's getting about 10 or 20 who are messaging her back and never sending a link. Like if your first message to someone is a link, like, come on, really? That's not going to work. Be real, be authentic. Create connections, ask them about their business. What's working for you? What's not working for you? How long you've been doing that, right? And then share how much success you're having. Even if it's a small success, that's the thing. Like even when I was brand new, when I was doing this, if I got my first $200 commission, boy, I was jacked out of my mind. I was doing videos, I was posting, I was messaging people. Whoa! I just got my first $200 commission in my new business. Oh my gosh, who wants to know how I did it? I could help you get a $200 commission. You know how many people were interested? Tons. Don't think that you have to make 10 grand a month to attract people to want to work with you. It's bullcrap. You don't. if you have a small success, there's other people who have not had that success yet. And they're going to want to work with you so that you can help teach them how you did it. So I hope this is helping. All right. You guys getting some value from this. Aaron, how long did it take you to become successful? It took a long time. I was in network marketing for 10 years, struggled, little to no success. 2012, everything changed. I'm not going to bore you with my story, but 2012 was my first six-figure year. And a lot of what happened was principles in this book, the original Go for No, just like Ray Higdon talks about, and really just being fed up, quite frankly, and applying what I'm sharing with you guys today, okay? How can you send a message from my fan page account to people? I think you can. You have to be logged in as your fan page, and then you can send a private message to someone through your fan page. I wouldn't do that. I don't like doing that. I use Facebook Messenger. It's phenomenal. And I use it through my personal profile. That's just me. Because here's why. A business page, a business fan page, it's business. It means they're going to recruit me. It means they're going to sell me something. It means they're going to market something to me. It's a business fan page. You see the difference? Personal profile, oh, this is just a person. They want to connect. It's a real person. I like this way more than this. If somebody sent me a private message through a business fan page, I probably would ignore it. Just me. When it comes to Facebook advertising in groups, is it better to use a graphic that has a link or just text? We're going to talk about links here in a second. Can you give examples of how you follow up with prospects after initial contact? Yes. So following up with prospects after the initial contact. Here's follow-up. I'm going to sum it up for you. And this right here, what I'm going to share with you is really one of the biggest things I did that has helped me recruit hundreds of people. It's one word. This was the question about following up. One word. Relentless. When I follow up with people, I am excited, I am passionate, I'm consistent, and I am relentless. And the misconception is that people ask, well, Aaron, if you're following up too much, then, is that bad? People are going to be pushed away because you're following up too much. And in 95% of all the follow-ups I've ever done, thousands, literally thousands of private messages that I've sent to prospects following up, 99% of me following up with a prospect every day, being relentless. Guess what happens? Aaron, man, thank you. Thank you for following up. Man, Aaron, thank you for thinking of me. Aaron, thank you for not forgetting about me. Aaron, I appreciate you staying on top of me. Aaron, I'm sorry. They're apologizing to me. Aaron, I'm sorry for not getting back to you. I've had all this stuff going on in my life. Very rarely is the person mad at me. And if they are, great. Next. Hello. Go for no. So following up, that's it. Be relentless. Don't stop. Follow up every day if you have to. Maybe skip a few days and then go again. Skip a few days and then go again. Keep following up. And what are you following up with? It's not, here's my link. No, it's, hey, John, I'm just checking in. How's it going? Hey, Mary, wanted to see if you had a chance to take a look at the information I sent you. We got some really exciting things happening right now. And I just wanted to check in with you and to see if you had any questions. Hey, I know I sent that information to you. I wanted to see what part did you like best? Hey, John, did you get a chance to watch that quick video? Like, it's just simple, super quick follow-up messages. Don't stop. Okay. All right, cool. Awesome. Here's a big one. You ready, guys? Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. Posting links on Facebook. All right? Posting links on Facebook. And before I even get into that, I want to show you guys some examples of posts that I've done recently. I just pulled up a few that got a ton of engagement. Some examples. Again, none of this like you don't ever want to just copy necessarily what someone else is doing. You know, I know there's misconceptions about that because we've always heard, if you find someone that is doing something that works, just copy what they're doing. And yes and no. Okay, again, we talked about this. If Ray Higdon posts something on Facebook and we all copy his exact word for word post, are we going to get the engagement that Ray Higdon gets? No, of course not. This is not going to happen. Not to mention, if you copy someone, that just doesn't really look very good anyway, because people may see that. Try to be original. Take concepts, not exact posts, but concepts from people that work and make it your own, okay? So here's an example. A company, very successful network marketing company, Beachbody. I had just gotten word from a website I'm subscribed to with network marketing news and stuff, and they had changed their policies and procedures. That was kind of controversial. And it would basically say that if you were a distributor with the company and they find out that you're a distributor with another MLM, they will terminate you, suspend you, or terminate you just for being a part of the company. So what I did was I said, what are your thoughts? Will this be good or bad for Beachbody? And the engagement was pretty awesome. You know, there was over 120 comments and all kinds of different views on that. So that's just one example. Here's one that I just put up a couple hours ago. And it's a simple post. Just started a traffic rotator, hot leads, who wants in? And look, it's blowing up. Everybody wants in. Okay, just an example. March Madness. Okay, right now we're in the month of March. I know some people could be watching the recording of this, so who knows what month it might be. But the point of this is find things that are happening in your business to get excited about and post about them. The number one thing, I know some people make fun of this. I see people on Facebook making fun of what I'm about to tell you. And that's okay. I don't care. And that is asking questions. Look at this. It's a question. And so when you ask a question on Facebook, what do you think might happen? People might answer your question. And if they answer your question, guess what? You're going to get this thing called engagement. You guys see this? Engagement. Lots and lots of people. Engagement. So that's one thing you can do is ask questions on Facebook because that will help engagement. You know, here's a simple post that you could put up for all of you that are network marketers. Had over 40 comments on this one. This was last week. I'm going to work directly with 3 new people this month to help them make $1,000. Who's ready to run? Who's ready? And so, again, just examples. And again, if you can post the same thing and not get much engagement. And so people say, well, why is that? Well, how do I get more engagement? We've been talking about that. It takes time. You have to build it up. Putting out value. Connecting with other people, fine-tuning your friends list, all that good stuff. But when you put something on Facebook that asks a question, you might get an answer. So what's this big thing with engagement? Why does engagement matter? Well, here's why. If you post something, and I've said this before, but this is important for those who have not heard this. Check this out. If you post something on Facebook, and this is going to go right into the links and why I never post links on Facebook. Okay. And by the way, I'm not checking the chat. If you guys have questions, go into the Q&A box. Okay. I forgot what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. So I was talking about links. Why I don't post links. Oh yeah. Engagement. Here we go. I got it. When you post on Facebook, here's what happens. Okay. The Facebook algorithm, some people call it the edge rank, whatever you want to call it. The Facebook algorithm sees your post. Every time you post on Facebook, this happens. If your post does not get engagement, meaning nobody's liking it, nobody's commenting on it. The algorithm says, this post sucks. I'm being honest, right? I'm being real. This post, nobody likes it. Must not be a very good post. And Facebook basically goes on your post. Okay? Versus if you post something on Facebook and it starts to get engagement, you're getting some likes, you're getting a few comments. Facebook says, oh, it's getting some engagement. Let's show this post to more people. And so you actually increase your reach for free if your post gets engagement. So you might be thinking, well, that kind of sucks because how am I going to get more reach if I don't have a lot of engagement? It's just how it works. You have to start. You got to start like all of us. Guys, 5 years ago, I had 0 followers. Now I have 15,000. How? Because I've been engaging, because I've been connecting, because I have been consistent in posting on Facebook. And my engagement isn't even that great. You know, if I get 100 likes on a post, that's a lot. It's a lot, even for me. I mean, there's people who get way more engagement than me, right? So just keep in mind that if you want to have Facebook increase your reach to give you more viewers, you need to get some engagement on your post. And so here's a tip. Don't post a link. All right. So let me explain what I mean by that. I'm gonna give you guys, you don't have to write this down because what I'm going to show you right now, I'm gonna put in, okay, so that you don't have to write any of this down. Why you should not post links on Facebook. Everyone pay attention. Again, this is my opinion. My opinion. Some people will disagree with all of this, and that's okay. I don't care. This is what has worked for me. All right. In 5 years of using Facebook to recruit hundreds of people, why I do not post links. Number one, when you post a link on your profile, it kills your engagement, period. Facebook does not want people leaving Facebook. So by default, they are going to show your post to less people. Hello? I mean, it's common sense. When you post a link, any link, Facebook says, oh, they're trying to get people off of Facebook, so we're going to limit how many people we show this post to. Now, does that suck? Yep, but that's just the way it works, okay? If you are promoting your business with a link on Facebook, it makes you look like a marketer. It makes you look like an advertiser. Let me ask you guys a question. When you look on Facebook, okay, check this out. When you look on Facebook, over here, I'm on Facebook. I'm scrolling down. Do you guys see over here on the far right, you got Frank Kern, you got GoDaddy. These are ads, right? Here's a sponsored post. That's an ad. The ones in the news feed are the best, right? The news feed ads, because they're kind of right in the middle of everything. But when you look over here on the side, the right side of Facebook, and you see these banners, these advertisements, what do you think of? I don't even see them anymore. I don't even see advertisements. It's like I have a built-in blocker, a built-in ad blocker. I can't see them. So if you're posting a link on Facebook and you're being a marketer and you're trying to sell something, by default, most people, they're just like, nope, no thanks. I don't want to be sold to. So just keep that in mind, okay? Let me go back to this. And again, I'm going to post all of this in the group so you don't have to write any of this down. Everyone loves to buy, but nobody likes to be sold to. You like to look at banners all day long? No, you don't. You probably don't even see them. Same thing happens to your post. It will become invisible to your friends. If you're wondering why you're not getting engagement, this might be why. Because you're either posting a link or your post is too salesy. All right. Even, this is big, guys. Even if you get some people to click on your link, which that's why you're putting a link on Facebook, is because you want people to click on it, right? You don't even know who they are. You don't know who they are. What do I mean by that? I mean, if 10 people actually clicked your link from a post you put on Facebook, and maybe you can track your clicks. You're like, ooh, I got 10 clicks. 10 people went to my page. Guess what? You don't know who they were unless they opt in. But out of those 10 people, how many are going to opt in? Maybe one? So you don't even know the other 9 people who they were. Unless you post something on Facebook that says, hey, do you want to get access to fill in the blank? If you want access, drop a comment or shoot me a private message and I'll send it over to you. Now you have 10 people who've requested the information. You're getting comments on your post. And if you get comments, what did I tell you will happen? Facebook says, hey, this post is getting engagement. And then they're going to show people. And now you know who is going to your page because you had to send them the actual link. Okay? Facebook will show your post to more of your friends if you actually get engagement on your post. We talked about that. When you post a link, there's no reason for people to engage. Guys, this is it. When you post a link, there's no reason for people to engage. Therefore, your post is not going to get very much visibility. Okay? So what should you do? Maybe some of you are asking that. So, okay, if I can't post any links, what should I do? Now, I want to just say this. If you have any questions on that, post them in the Q&A box and I'll answer them. Are there going to be exceptions? Of course there could be exceptions. You know, I might post a link on Facebook once every 3 months, right? Like very rarely. If you have a blog and you want to put a link to your blog in your post, go for it. But again, all of this still applies. You're going to decrease your visibility. You're going to decrease your engagement. What might be better is putting an image of your blog post and then saying, hey, if you want to see this latest blog post where I talk about blah, 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 let me know and I'll hook you up. Now, you might be thinking, well, Aaron, my gosh, that's a lot of work. Like, I got to send my link to everyone individually? Yep. That's what I do. That is what I do. People ask for information. They want to get access to whatever it is that you're offering to give them something of value. But in order for them to get it, they have to ask for it. That increases engagement. And now I know who has the information because I had to send it to them. And now I can follow up with all of those people. Being relentless, of course. You guys getting some value from this? So yes, there could always be exceptions. What about links to webinars? Doesn't matter. Link to anything. Any link is going to apply to everything I just said. Okay? Do you mean even to our webpage? You mean I can't post a link to my website? You can. You can post links to whatever you want. What I'm suggesting is that if you post a link to anything, you're going to reduce your visibility. You're going to reduce your engagement, period. And I would love for you guys to test it. Spend a week. I've done this before, and people have come back, oh my God, Aaron, you were right. Spend a week posting links, see your engagement. Spend a week posting no links and have people request to get access to whatever it is and watch your engagement go up. At least double, triple. It just works. When you are promoting a free webinar, does this affect your post a link for the webinar? Yeah, again, any link, no matter what it is. You could post a link and say, hey, there's a free webinar on how to learn XYZ. Here's the link. Go register. You could do that. That's the easy way. And you might get a few people who will click on the link and register. I'm suggesting, however, that if you didn't put the link and you did the hard work of making them comment and you sending the link to each one, you're going to get more people. And you know who's registering, you know who's going, you can follow up with them much easier right through private message. Randy, this stuff is amazing. Thanks to you, I have a newfound love for Facebook. I really appreciate it. I want to just awesome. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. Aaron, do you do this all personally or have help from a spouse, teammate, virtual assistant? I probably should have a personal assistant, but I don't. I'm going to show you guys something kind of funny. It's really not funny, actually. My number one recruiting tool is Messenger. Just as a side note, I use Messenger and have used Messenger specifically as a secret weapon, combined with everything I'm sharing with you right now. Messenger has been the tool that I have used in my relentless follow-up to recruit hundreds of people. I have literally thousands of messages in Messenger. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, but at the top, you'll see there, it says new message requests. 539. You guys see that? 539 message requests. Those are messages I haven't even gone through yet. And I have hundreds of other unread messages. So I'm probably throwing away a lot of money and could be signing up a lot more people, but I'm not being a very good marketer right now. What can I say? Okay. So I should probably have a virtual assistant, but I don't. Ray Higdon puts his link in the comments. What are your thoughts on that? Randy, I would say that that's definitely better. Okay. Ray Higdon is probably someone who could get away with putting a link in his post and still get tons of signups and tons of engagement because he's famous. There's always the exception if you're famous. But for the rest of us, doesn't work. But that is a great option where you could post something and then put the link in the comments. However, it's not perfect because here's why I don't do that. Here's why I do not put a link in the comments. For someone like Ray Higdon, it makes perfect sense. I mean, the guy is a beast. He's so busy. Do you really think Ray Higdon is going to be private messaging everyone his link? Heck no. Now, he could hire someone to do it, but he puts the link in the comments so that everyone can just go get it. And it's easy. Makes sense. Why I don't put the link in the comments is simple. I talked about it before. If you put the link in the comment, you're still going to kill your engagement. Maybe not as much. Not as much because the link is not in your post, but your engagement is still going to be way less because people are going to see the link and they're going to click on it or not, and that's it. Why would people comment on your post? And again, if people are not liking and or commenting, then Facebook is not going to expand your reach and you'll get less visibility. So that is why putting the link in the comments could be an option. You might get more engagement, but it's still going to reduce your visibility. Okay, let's continue. Where do you send the individual link to? On their private message or email? Everything I do is Messenger. Everything. I will, on my post, I will reply to their comment, and I'll say, hey, John, tag John if you can. If you're friends with the person, you'll be able to tag them. If you're not friends with them, you can't tag them. But either way, hey, John, I just sent you the link, or hey, John, check your Facebook inbox. And I'll actually reply that in the comments, which also helps increase engagement. More comments. So I always do everything through Messenger. So tell people in your post to message you. Yes, I will typically either ask the question like, who wants it? And just leave it at that. And people will just comment, yes, I want it. Or I'll say, if you want access, drop a comment or send me a private message. Now they have two options. Either way, I win. Another one, here's a little secret for those of you who are still here after 90 minutes. Man, you guys are hardcore. Here's a little secret one. Not really secret. A lot of people do this. But if you do it right, it can blow up your engagement. Is you give them a word to comment. I know you've seen people do this. It's not rocket science. But you say, if you want to get access, or if you want whatever it is, to comment and put in quotes, info. Just one word, info. Or me. If you want it, comment me below. Or more info, or access. Something that's simple. Because if you give something simple for someone to do, they're like, oh, okay, just me. Info. Boom. Something simple. You guys are going to like that one because it works. It's good. How many hours a day of doing this on purpose would you recommend for newbies wanting leads? I would say at least an hour a day. But here's something you have to be very careful of. Most people will be busy, but they're not being productive. You guys have all heard this. If you're just on Facebook and you're just scrolling around and maybe you're dropping some comments here or there, you know, yes, that's part of it. You want to do that. But make sure that you are being very purposeful. You're not wasting time. But if you spend a solid hour every day connecting, replying, interacting, commenting, networking, messaging, 1 hour, you should be able to touch. You should be able to touch in some way 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people. Like, you should make it a race. Like, how many people can I interact with in the next hour? Set a timer. Boom, go. Hope that helps. Do you always wait for someone to ask you for more information, or do you offer a link to sign up if you think someone is interested in your offer? I always wait. I would never send them a link unless they express to me that they're interested in the information. Larry says, what is Messenger? Oh my gosh, that freaks me out. Messenger is on your phone. It's this icon here. It says Messenger. If you don't have it, and you should get it. Sorry, it's blurry. There it is, Messenger. Boom, right there. And if you go to your Facebook app, you could also get Messenger from there as well. But inside of Messenger, you have the ability to private message people on Facebook. And it literally has been the #1 tool that I've used to recruit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, all through Facebook. What is your strategy for following up with people on Messenger when you're trying to build relationships, rapport? Do you designate a certain time during the day to reply to people? No. I don't care when it is. I will reply to people 24/7 because here's why. If they're not on Facebook right now, as soon as they get on Facebook and they open Messenger, boom, they're going to see a message from me. And if 24 hours goes by and they have not replied to me, then I will message them again. Again, be relentless, okay? If everything you do is on Messenger, how do you get them onto your list? Because what am I sending them on Messenger? I'm sending them a link because they requested. And when they go to the link, I mean, I could give you an example, okay? This is great, guys. This is good stuff, right? This is awesome. I'm so glad that you guys are asking these questions. So here's a great example. I don't want you guys to see the name, but I'm just going to read this. This happened literally today on Messenger. Perfect example. It says, someone commented on a post and says, hey, Aaron, what are you doing? Now, what is your business? And the last time this person messaged me was 3 months ago. What's interesting is I've been with my current company for 10, 11 months. So obviously this person has not been plugged in, has not really been following, has not been connected with me on Facebook, but something got his attention. Said, hey, Aaron, what's your business? And so I messaged him and I told him, and he goes, what's that? And so my response was, this is key. He said, what's that? And what a lot of people do is they'll say, here, go to my link. Or they'll write a book and give them all the information. Here's what it is. Sorry. And I'm not saying anything is right or wrong, okay? Guys, don't take any of this the wrong way, please. Please, 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 please. But what I've found is that if you throw up on your prospect like that, they're going to be like, whoa, okay, bye, have a nice day. Or if you just send them a link right away, it's like too much. So what I do instead when he says, well, what's that? Is I asked a very simple question. I said, can you watch a quick video? That's it. And now I wait. And he replied, sure. So I'm not going to do it right now, but my response to this person is going to be very simple. Go here, watch the video, make sure you opt in to get access to the system. Make sure you opt in to get access to the video. Make sure you opt in to take the free tour. You guys get this? So he wants to know what it is. Simple question. Can you watch the video? Yes. Great. Sometimes I even am a little extreme with this. And I'll even say, are you able to watch the video right now? Guys, I'm serious. Even if he just said, yes, I can watch the video, I'll say, great, can you watch it now? What would most people do? They would send the link right away. But instead, what am I doing? I'm doing what most people don't do. Now you guys know what I do. So now there's going to be a lot of people doing what I do. What I'm doing what most people don't do, and that is I'm really making sure that he's serious, that he's interested, he's available, and he is going to watch that damn video. Because what a lot of times will happen is he'll say, yes, I can watch it now. Great. Boom, here it is. Watch the video. Make sure you opt in to get access. Or he'll say, and if he says yes and I send the link, within 10 to 15 minutes, guess what I'm doing? I'm following up. Hey, did you get a chance to watch the video? Because he said he could. Be excited. Be connected. Be passionate. Be relentless. They will appreciate you for it. If they say, no, actually, I can't watch it right now. I'm at work or I'm driving or da-da-da-da. I can watch it later. You have two options. And this is going to probably freak some of you out. One option, which is sometimes I do this. This is what most people do. Great. Here's the link. Watch it. As soon as you do, message me back. And that's okay. That's a good option. I've done that many times. And then you have to make sure you follow up tonight to make sure they actually did it. Another option would be, which I've done this many times, I'll say, great. As soon as you are able to watch the video, message me back and let me know. Like, who does that? Not many people would do that. And so I'll do that, and the person says, okay, great, I'll let you know. And in most cases, that night, I'll get a message from the prospect messaging me, asking me for my link. Pretty cool, right? And if they don't, I will message them. Got to be relentless. And I'll say, hey, you said you could watch the video tonight. Are you available now? Like, how soon can you watch the video? And until they actually say, yes, I can do it right now, I'll wait until they're ready. Because then I know they're watching the video and I can follow up and I can get their questions answered and I can continue the prospecting process. You guys like this? If the comments help to get more views, should be put in the comments with more details to help the ratings. Yes, you could comment on your post, but if you comment too much, it's probably not a good thing. Like, you can't just, I'm going to comment 10 times on my own post. Like, that probably wouldn't be good. It would probably look ridiculous. So I would say if you're going to comment on your own post, it should be one of two scenarios. One, because you are putting some information maybe in the first comment for people to see some stuff. Or two, if someone comments and you're going to reply to their comment, that would be a good time to do it as well. Okay. Do you have a private Facebook group that I can be a part of to get more tips, tricks, and training? Would love to be a fly on the wall. Randy, I do, but I don't use it. The only group I currently have, private Facebook group, is for my team. I have thought about doing this and having a private Facebook group to do a lot more of this, and I just haven't done it. So what I will do and what I would suggest is, we're already in a group, are we not? We're in the best community out there when it comes to social media and becoming a successful online attraction marketer, and that's the MLSP community. So Randy and everyone, if you ever have a question for me on any of this, just go into the MLSP community group, tag me, ask your question, and we can have a whole conversation and dialogue in that group, which is great because now I'll help you and everyone else at the same time. So that would be awesome. What will be the best time to engage on Facebook? Great question. Some of you may not like this, but again, my personal opinion is that probably the two best times to post on Facebook: in the morning or at night. That's it. I mean, again, just my personal opinion. The morning is good because everyone's waking up and they're going to get in their news feed and they're going to see your post, and then boom, you're going to get some morning engagement. And if you get engagement in the morning, that's going to help fuel your post all day long. Posting at night is good because people are off work. They're chilling at home. What are they doing? They're on Facebook. They're checking out and seeing what's going on. You post in the morning and you post at night, you're going to maximize your engagement. That is what I've found. There's no other better time from what I've found. On that note, this is really important. If you post too much, you are competing with yourself. If you're posting more than 5 times a day, that's a problem. Again, just my opinion. There's always exceptions. There's people who can post 20 times a day. Okay? You know, Tai Lopez, he'll post 100 times and he'll get millions of likes on every freaking post. Again, there's always the person who's famous exception. We're not talking about famous people. We're talking about us, right? Normal people. If you're posting more than 5 times a day, in my opinion, that's too much, because Facebook is not going to show your post to all of your friends if you are posting that much. They can only put so much into the news feed. And so for me, the sweet spot is 2 to 3 times a day. In the morning, maybe in the afternoon as well, midday, and then at night. That's the sweet spot. The even better would probably be once in the morning, once at night. That's it. Or even better would be just once in the morning or once at night, once a day. Now, again, I want all of you to play with this. Test it. Don't just take my word for it. Go ahead, do 5 posts in a day. See what happens. And do that every day for a week and see how low your engagement is. Won't be very good. And then do morning, afternoon, evening. Every day, every morning, every afternoon, every evening. And I would love for you guys to test this and post in the MLSP group and let me know. What were your results? Morning, afternoon, evening. Morning, afternoon, evening. Posting stuff of value. Posting stuff that's engaging. Posting stuff that's exciting, that's passionate, that's fun. Not all business. Like, you know, fun, friends, family, you know, whatever. Morning, afternoon, evening. And then change it up and just do 1 in the morning, 1 at night. 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And because you're posting less, it's probably going to be more thoughtful. You put more, you know, thought into it, more on purpose. And Facebook is going to probably show your posts to more people because you're posting less. And then try doing just once a day, either in the morning or at night. Just once a day, in the morning or at night. And if you want to get real spicy, and this is hard for me, and I've seen people do this, and it actually works very well, is only post once every 2 to 3 days. Woo! That's hard for me. I can't do that. I got to post at least once a day. But if you don't post, but every other day, once every 2 days or once every 3 days, in theory, Facebook is going to say, wow, this person just posted. They haven't posted in a while. We want to show their post to a lot of people. And I've seen that work for a lot of people. But I wouldn't do it less than that. If you're only posting like once I've seen people and they only post like once a week. That's not enough. Like, I think everyone should post at least once a day. Just my opinion. You want to have content of value that you're putting out there on a daily basis so that everyone can continue to see you and consume your information. Hey, Aaron, love this stuff. Thank you. Do you keep track of who you are messaging or just who replies back to you? I don't really have a great system. You know, again, I have like literally hundreds of messages I still need to go through. So, but that's a positive problem, right? It's not always the case. When I was first starting out, even a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would make sure that I had all my messages read. I replied to every person. And what I would do is I would go back through my messenger and I would go back and reply. And I would go back through, okay, 100 people. And I would take the time to follow up with 100 people. And then I would, the next day, go back through and scroll through 100 more and follow up with 100 more. So it's just continuously following up with as many people as you can. Do you ever use the audio chat? Absolutely. I love the audio chat. The audio feature is powerful and it allows for you, you'll see the little microphone right there. It allows for you to record an audio message to your prospects so they can hear you. Be different. Don't just type messages. Do some audios. It's powerful. Definitely. At what point do you just ask to jump on a Facebook call? Kim, great question. I personally will very rarely even talk to my prospect. I would say that out of 100 people that I have signed up in my business, I probably actually talked to 20 out of 100. And that's simply because of the process that I put a prospect through is going to get them almost all the information they need to make a decision without me even talking to them. Watch this video. Great. Did you have any questions? What did you like best? Great. Awesome. I have one more video that will give you a little bit more. Can you watch that video right now? It's a really short video. Yes or no? Yes. Great. Boom. Here it is. And so I'm giving them pieces of information. Along the way, I'm answering their questions, usually just through Facebook Messenger, through typing, or maybe through audio, the audio message. Not a lot of audios either, by the way, like one audio, 20, 30 seconds, you know, quick stuff. And at that point, if they've gone through the information, they've gone through all the information I have for them about my business, and they still have questions and they want to talk, then of course I'll get on the phone and talk to them. Skype, Facebook call, over the phone, but it's actually, usually don't even come to that. What have you said to a person who messaged you back? What had you said to a person who messaged you back? Not sure what you mean by that. I would just continue the conversation. Is it okay to put links in your images? Yes. You can absolutely put a website in your image because that is not something they can actually click on. They would have to, like, you know, look at the image and type in the website address. If you're going to do that, make sure the website is easy, because if they misspell it, they'll end up on the wrong website. Lots of people I find don't click on the link and then message them asking if they checked out the awesome training. No answer. Do you just leave it at that or keep asking? Okay, great question. So you private message them the link and they didn't click on it. And when you reply to them, they don't answer. So two things. One, if you're sending someone a link and they're ignoring you, like straight up, they didn't click on it, they're not getting back to you, I would propose that you probably sent the link too soon. Just keeping it real. So that's why before I send the link, I make sure that they're interested, that they're ready, and they're going to watch that video. And then I send the link. So just keep that in mind. That could be an option. The other thing is, if they're not getting back to you, I keep following up. I don't stop because they asked me. They requested for the information. So this is where the relentless follow-up comes in. And I will literally, every 2 to 3 days, keep following up, keep following up, keep following up. And in most cases, when they eventually reply, they're like, hey, man, sorry. They're apologizing to me. Hey, man, I'm sorry. I apologize. Hey, thanks for following up. Thanks for keeping in touch. Maybe they'll give me some excuse or whatever it is. Hey, I'll get to watch it today. So, and if they get mad at you for following up too much, next, right? So keep following up. When they've opted in to watch, do you follow up with a phone call or continue with the messaging? All personal preference. I like to just keep it in Messenger. But I will tell you this, that in the beginning, when I was starting out, guys, phone is the best. I'm just being honest. When I was starting out in the beginning, struggling, really just getting up and running in my business, every prospect, if they had a number, I was calling them. Because when they can hear your voice, we can have a real conversation with them. You can talk to them. You can answer their questions. They can feel your passion. It's a game changer. And so if you really want to have the highest conversion, get on the phone. Talk to people. I've found for me today, I don't have to talk to as many people. I'll do most of it through private message, just like I said a minute ago, or I'll do a little audio message to them through private message. But don't be afraid to pick up the phone. Don't be afraid to pick up the phone. Aaron, how do I do Messenger on my laptop? It's right there. Right here. Let me show you guys. On your browser, I'm on the browser, right up here, top left. You can't miss it. Right here. Messenger, right there. Messenger is right there, top left. That is where you go to get Messenger. So definitely use that. Would you get similar engagement if you created a list and post to that list on your profile? Eliminate family. That's an option. So when you're posting on Facebook, you can actually post to a specific list, which, by the way, if you're not using the list feature, I highly recommend it. Whether you use it for this purpose or just to organize your prospects is up to you. When I post on Facebook, I always post public. Why? Maximum engagement. If you post and you're only posting to a list, which would be a certain amount of people, like maybe you have 100 people or 300 people or 50 people in that list, and you do a post and only people in that list are going to see your post, obviously it's going to get way less engagement, at least just from my experience when I did that once or twice in the past. But again, guys, test it out. Try it. I like every post to have maximum engagement, so everything for me would be public. On a side note, since we mentioned lists, I want to show you guys something. This is powerful. Check this out. If you are not using lists, you are missing out. I have been using lists for the last 5 years. And so when you go to someone's personal profile, here's Brian. First of all, when you hover over their profile, if you don't know about this, let me just show you a couple quick things. One, you have the option to get notifications. I personally get notifications. You can see it's checked for Brian. So every time he posts, I get notified up here in the notifications box. Okay. Now, why do I do that? Because it's Brian and I want to know what he's posting. So if you have a mentor, if you have someone who you're looking up to on Facebook, get notifications. Another option is to when you click to follow them, because the get notifications, I believe, is only if you're friends with them. Either way, you can do this with everyone on Facebook, whether you're friends with them or not. You click on follow and you change this. You can see I have Brian set to see first. What that means is that when he posts something, not only am I going to get notified, but I'm also going to see his posts first in my newsfeed. Pretty crazy, right? So that means I really value Brian's content. And so if you have someone that you want to stalk or someone that you really value their content, you want to do that. You don't want to do this with a lot of people, though. Like get notifications, I would say no more than, 20, 30 people. Maybe more if you can keep up with it all, but 20 to 30 would probably be a good number at the most. This one, probably even less. Maybe 10 to 20 people you'd want to do this with. Otherwise, your news feed's only going to be filled with people who you have set to see first. But, play with it. Two really good things. But here's what I was going to show you. Right here. Look at this, guys. Add to another list. Everyone write this down. Add to another list. When you go to their profile and you hover over friends, you go to add to another list, and you can put them on a list. And look, I have Brian on the MLSP member list. I have MLSP personals, MLSP prospects, MLSP personal mastery. And I have all these different network marketing companies, some of which I've been a part of. I've been a part of a lot of network marketing companies. And some I've not been a part of. I just have a list for them. And then down here, you can choose to create a new list. Okay, so it's not coming up. Let me see here. At the very bottom, new list. And so you can create lists to organize your friends. And there's a lot of valuable reasons why you'd want to do that. One of them we just mentioned is that you could do a post on Facebook and you could choose to send this post to a specific list. So only people on that list would see your post. Let me see here. Friends, public, more. Okay. Only show to some friends. There used to be, I don't know if it's not here, I'm just not seeing it. But they used to give you the option to send to list. Let's see. I type in MLSP. Okay, there we go. So I typed in MLSP. So now, for example, I could do a post and it would the only people who would see this would be people on this particular list. So that's one reason. Okay. Another reason why you want to create lists is because you can go to your friends page, and you can actually, let's see here. So I don't know if it's on this page. Let me go back to my home page. You can actually get a list of all the people who are on a certain list. And so to do that, we're going to go to, here we go, right there. You guys see this? Friend lists. Friend lists. So if we click on friend lists, this is going to pull up all of my lists that I have. And I can click on one of these lists and it will give me all the people that are in that list. Okay? So hopefully you guys got some value from that. Let me just see if there was anything else here. Okay, so let's go back quickly, guys. I know we got to wrap this up, okay? So the question is, if you can't post links, what should you do? Be excited. Have fun. Be real. Create curiosity, okay? If your posts are not exciting, fun, creating curiosity, asking questions, then why would people engage? Okay, just saying. Here's a big one. Okay, you ready? Here's a big one. Celebrate your wins. I heard this term from Ray Higdon, but guys, I did this before I ever even knew who Ray Higdon was. And that was celebrating my win. Even if it was a small win. 5 years ago, when I had no success, I was not making money, I had no leads, I had no followers. If I got a $50 commission, I would post on Facebook, woo, I just got a commission. I'm so fired up. Who wants me to help you make a commission? And guess what? People would comment. You can help me get a commission with a home-based business? Yep, I can. I just did it. I can show you how to do it. And that was how it all began. If you get your first commission, post about it, do a video, celebrate, make some noise. You get your first sign up, you get a promotion, make some noise, celebrate, because that is going to attract people to want to know what you did. How did you do it? Talk about the success people are having on your team. See, this is talking about your success, and you can get away with that for a while, but eventually people are going to get sick of it. So you need to talk about people you're helping have success. Show that others are having success, and your friends are going to want to know what you're doing, because if you can help other people, then you can help them. Talk about the success people are having with your products. Post before and after pictures, if you have that type of a product, of people getting results. Not the links, but some pictures of people getting results. That's going to create engagement. It's good to have a call to action. In most of my posts, I will always have a call to action, most of the time. And that's telling people to comment or message me for information. All right. I would also highly suggest video. Video is powerful. A video of you that is short, not too long, talking about your success, your results with your business, with your company, with your products. You're getting leads, you're making sales. Do a quick video, talk about it. Okay. But it needs to be short, 1 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes tops. People's attention span is ridiculous. It's not a lot. Okay. If you're doing a Facebook Live, that's the exception. Go longer, because as you go longer with your Facebook Live, it's going to, Facebook is going to give you more engagement on your Facebook Live than anything else, just so you know. I mean, obviously you want to be interesting. You want to have value to provide on a Facebook Live. I could do a whole training on Facebook Live, but we don't have time. And we talked about this. Don't post too much. 1 to 3 times a day is perfect. That's what I've found. If you post too much, you're competing with yourself. Even every other day would be okay. For me, I post 1 to 2 times a day, sometimes 3 times a day. And create lists. We just talked about that. When prospecting, be relentless. Follow up, follow up, follow up. It's never too much. Guys, you came here to watch a training on how I've recruited hundreds of people on Facebook for free. I've just delivered that training. So that's it. This is what I've done. This is what I do. It's what I continue to do. Started with nothing. And that's a wrap. So what I want to do, because I always do this, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit, okay? I'm gonna answer any questions you guys have. But did you get some value? If you did, don't post here in Webinars on Air, because it's going to be gone forever once we're done. But here's what I'm going to do really quick. Okay, check this out. I would love to see your feedback on today's training. I'm going to answer any more questions you guys have here in a second. But I just want to post this really quick. Did you get some value from today's training? Okay. And by the way, quick side note, this post is a perfect example of how to get engagement, because I just provided some value and I'm asking a question. So I'm like, you see what I'm doing here? But I honestly do want to get some feedback from you, like I really do. So did you get some value from today's training? Please let me know what you liked best. And by the way, this is a really cool thing too. You notice how with Facebook, if your post is less than a certain number of characters, it will make your post super big. You guys see that? My post, my text is really big. But if I put one more character, look at that. It just went small. That is brand new. It's really cool. And what it does is it allows for people to be drawn to your post. So if you can find a way to put a post on Facebook and have it do that, so that the text is bigger, do you think that's going to get more engagement? And the answer is 1,000,000% yes. So there you go. I'm going to post that now. I'm going to make it big. Oh, look, it didn't make it big. I wonder why. Maybe because we're in a group. Sometimes it doesn't work. So what I'm going to do, just so that it's more aesthetically pleasing, whatever it's called, is I'm just going to separate it. So did you get value? If you guys got value, I'd love to know what you liked best. Please let me know. Drop a comment in the Facebook group and let me know. I would massively appreciate it. I really, really would. I hope that you got something from this training that you can apply. What did you like best? Please let me know. I'm going to jump into these questions right now in the Q&A box. That's where I'm going to hang out. Okay? So let's dive in. And as soon as I answer the last question, that's it. We're done. So if you have a question, post it now. When posting on your personal profile, how do you avoid irritating your friends who aren't interested in the type of business? Rob, we kind of talked about that. It's because you're not posting links, because you're not going to be a marketer just spamming your business all the time. Rob, you want to create content that provides value. You want to be fun. You want to be real. You know, another little tip here I'll share with you on posting on Facebook: share your struggle. Don't get extreme. Don't ever get negative. Don't, just share like horrible experience without some positive side to it. But I'm just letting you know, if you share something on Facebook of a struggle that you had, and then you found the solution, and you found an outcome, and you've come through that struggle, what happens is people will relate to you, and they are going to engage with your post. Okay? Hopefully that helps. When doing a Facebook Live, do you put a link in the description or do you put it in the comments after? Again, for me, I don't put links. I think a Facebook Live, if there was ever going to be an exception, Facebook Live would probably be it. Okay? If there was ever an exception of when I might put a link in my post, it would be a Facebook Live, because Facebook Lives get tons of exposure on Facebook because Facebook loves Facebook Lives. That might be an exception. Up until now, I haven't done that. If people are watching my Facebook Live and they want access, they have to comment or they have to private message me. Or, Chris, what I might do is at the end of the Facebook Live, I'll put a comment and say, here's the link. Go here for access. Okay. How do you use your profile to build your email list? Mary, great question. I use my profile to build my email list the way that I've been sharing on this whole training. Post something of value, ask a question. If they want to get access, they comment. You private message them the link. And when they click on that link, that's going to have them opt in. And now you are building your list. Boom, chakalaka. All right. Do you use the CRM to keep track of the people you have actions outstanding in Messenger? Evelyn, I wish I did. I'm being honest. The MLSP CRM is incredible, and I wish that I had, the patience to use the CRM on a daily basis, because I would probably be signing up way more people. I'd probably be signing up way more people if I was better organized with my follow-up, with my prospects, and the MLSP CRM is perfect for that. I wish I used it more. Let's see here. Is this webinar training going to be available on YouTube? I think that it is right now, but it's going to be deleted. And the only way that people will be able to access this training is going to be inside of the MLSP back office. I don't know if anybody who's here live wants to put the YouTube link in the comments in the post that I just did. That might not be allowed. If it's not allowed, somebody will delete it, which is fine. But I know that in the MLSP back office, this recording will be available forever. You just have to dig and look for it. All right. Randy, when you're messaging people on Facebook, are you concerned with time zones? I'm never concerned with time zones. Never. Because if I message someone at 3 a.m. their time, they're probably sleeping. And if they're not, they're probably not even going to care or even look at my message. They're just going to let it go. The point is that when they're ready, they'll open my message the next day. So I've actually found that in the middle of the night, I get a lot of work done. For some people, it might be early in the morning. And I will go through a messaging frenzy. And I'll message 100, 200 people. Boom. Like literally like midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Because that way people will not message me back. You guys catch that? I'll do it on purpose in the middle of the night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because they're sleeping, most people. And so that way I'm not disturbed and I can just focus on following up. And the next day, that's when my messenger blows up with everybody responding. Okay? What do you think of Facebook Live? I'm doing a 90-day challenge. Yes, Facebook Lives are powerful. Everyone should be doing Facebook Lives. Obviously, do them with intention. If you just get on Facebook Live and you just ramble, people are going to leave. So have a topic, have an intention, and yes, Facebook Live is a great way to build your audience. Can a link be posted in the comments? Yes, it can. We talked about that. I still wouldn't do it, but yes, you can post a link in the comments. Where would you share your blog post on Facebook? Groups? Guys, it's still a link. Posting your blog on Facebook is not nearly as bad as posting like a capture page, because a blog is something of value. So let's say you do a blog post and you're teaching something of value. You could do a Facebook post and say, hey guys, I just did this blog post teaching XYZ. Here's my link. Go check out my blog. Go ahead, do that. I would love for someone to test this. Go do that and see how much engagement your post gets. Will be very little because you're putting a link. You might get a few people to click on your blog, absolutely, but you're not going to get a lot of engagement, and then you're going to decrease your visibility. Versus doing the hard thing, which most people don't want to do this, would be to say, hey, I just did a blog post about how to do XYZ. Who would like to learn how to do XYZ? You'll probably get a lot of comments. Sure, I'd like to learn. And then you private message them the link to your blog post. So again, just test it out. You can do it however you want to do it. When you use Facebook Stories, do you use it for your biz? Yes, Facebook Stories is brand new. Facebook is trying to take over Snapchat. Can you guys believe it? And so at the top of Messenger now, you have these squares, and you have the ability to post little stories at the top of your Messenger, kind of like Snapchat, and they disappear after 24 hours. And I use this the same way I use Snapchat, and I'm using both. Same as Instagram. Instagram also has, at the top of Instagram, you have the little circles, right? So I kind of go back and forth. I use all three just because, but I mostly don't talk about business on any of them. It's mostly behind the scenes, intimate, family, fun, hanging out, just goofing off. It's stuff that you won't see me put anywhere else. Like the stuff that you'll get on my Snapchat or my Facebook, day story thing is stuff you'll never see anywhere. It's private behind the scenes stuff. And once in a while, I'll throw some business in there. So, all right. Have you ever closed a sale using Zoom or Skype, or do you just use Messenger only for most of your success? I don't use Zoom at all. I know it's great. I personally don't need to use Zoom. I just personally have always used Google Hangout. I know they basically do the same thing. Skype, same thing. You get on a Skype with someone, you can share your screen. So the question is, have I closed the sale using those? Yes, but I very, very rarely have to, because I can close the sale without having to do a Skype session with someone, because whatever I'm going to show them on Skype, I can send them a video. I can say, hey, here's a quick 5-minute video. Watch this. And as soon as they do, they have a few questions. I follow up with them through Messenger, through a little audio message, back and forth conversation. And if I need to get on the phone with them, boom, get on the phone. Boom, get on Skype. So they're all great. They're all great. However you can follow up. Okay. Is that okay to put a link on a live call when we do a Facebook Live? Yes, we talked about that. I would say that's probably the only exception. Does the link you provide use a capture page to get name and email, or what does your link include? So yes, if you're prospecting, which is what we're talking about, building our business, the link that you're sending someone needs to be a capture page. It just needs to be. If you're sending a link to a prospect and it's not a capture page, that's a mistake, because you're not capturing their information. You want them on your email list. And you want to, hello, if for nothing else, guys, this is big. If for nothing else, you want to know they actually went through your page. If you send them to something and they don't have to opt in, they're going to say, yeah, I'm not interested. Yeah, I watched the video. Yeah, I'm not, it's not the right time, or, whatever they say, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. You didn't opt in. You didn't even look at it. Are you pulling my chain? Like, come on. You didn't even go through the way. You didn't even opt in. So you have to send them to a capture page, whatever capture page it's going to be, so you know that they actually went in. All right. Any brief suggestions on what to post daily? My gosh, like what to post every day on Facebook is one of the hardest things in the world, right? It's just life. It's being real. It's connecting. It's sharing the struggle, sharing the success. It's what are you learning? It's you read a book and you got something of value. What can you share of value to help others? It's success that you help someone else on your team. It's hanging out. It's something with the family. Like, I don't know. Go look at my profile. Not that I'm posting the greatest stuff, but just go look and see what other people who are successful, that have good engagement. The exceptions are like the famous people, because they could post anything and get engagement. But like non-famous people who are getting great engagement, and follow them, stalk them a little bit, see what they're doing. Because if they're getting great engagement, they're probably doing something right. So what to post? There you go. Hope that helps. Is there a way to delete things out of the activity log? Oh man, my activity log is out of control. So the activity log is right here. I have 2,879 pending posts in my activity log. And here we go. How to delete out of the activity log. No, you don't need to delete anything from your activity log. This is the activity log. This just shows everything that you're doing on Facebook. No, you don't need to delete any of that. And all this stuff that's in your tag review and your timeline review, you don't have to delete any of this stuff. You can just go through it, and that is, it is what it is. Anything that you don't want, just leave it there. Mine just keeps filling up. It's just crazy. Can we put the same person on many lists? Yes, the same person can be on unlimited number of lists. Lists are powerful. Make sure you guys use lists. You'll thank me for that. Awesome, Felix. I love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Can you show us friends list again? I'll show you really quickly, guys. Here's the friends list. Check it out, check it out, check it out. So when you are on Facebook and you are, so here's an example. Grant Cardone, boom. That's his fan page. So you can't put a fan page on a friends list, all right? It has to be a actual individual profile. So here's Brian Finale. you hover over the name, the name of the person, and you go to friends. Okay, hold on. Hover over the name, go down here to friends, and it says add to another list. Add to another list. Click on that, and then you have all these lists that you can add them to, or at the bottom, you can hit new list, and you can add them to a new list. And then to see all of your lists, over on the far left-hand side, you go to friend lists. Friend lists. And that will pull up all of your lists, and you can go through these lists and see who is in them. So let's continue. Well, you put all of your notes in the MLSP group. That'll be great reference. Yeah, so when we're done, I will post that document I was showing you guys in the group so you guys can copy that and have easy access to that as soon as we're done. Can you do a Facebook Live training with us? Absolutely. I have no problem with that. We'll just have to get me squeezed into the calendar because the MLSP training schedule is jam-packed. So you guys could ask Brian Finale if you guys want me back to teach anything, and Brian could get me squeezed in. How do you make it bigger? I don't know what you mean. You have to clarify. I see someone once. Is this a good? I see someone post, "What's for lunch or dinner?" Is this a good post to start engagement? I don't know. I don't ever post that. To me, that's kind of silly. But again, who am I to say? Like, you could post, "Hey, friends, what's for dinner?" and get 100 comments. That's awesome, right? To me, engagement is great. You know, the only engagement that would not be good is the type of engagement where you're like bashing someone, or you're getting like political stuff like that, where you get a lot of negativity going on. I would always stay away from that. The only engagement that is bad engagement is when you have comments and people are like bashing each other, or like, "My guy's better than your girl and gal," and you know, like, you don't want like negative stuff going in your news feed. That's just not good. Other than that, any engagement is good engagement. So if you say, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" and you get hundreds of comments, awesome, go for it. Like, just test some stuff out. Who cares, right? All right. So, and if anyone is not in the group, I had a couple people say, "Well, how do I get access to the MLSP group?" Join the family. What are you waiting for? You found this training somewhere. Someone invited you here. Get back to the person who sent you and join MLSP today. The premier attraction marketing, internet marketing, social media marketing platform on the planet. There's nothing out there that can touch what MLSP has to offer, period. So make sure you get started. Start your trial. You know, free trial, risk-free trial. Get back to whoever sent you here and join the MLSP family today. You'll be glad you did. You'll get access to the MLSP group, all these notes, all these trainings, and much, much, much more. All right. So, guys, that's a wrap. Woo! We still have well over 100 people watching live after, oh my gosh. Has it been, holy, wait, we started at 3 o'clock. It's been 2.5 hours. You guys are nuts. How did I just talk for 2.5 hours? I don't know. That went by fast. Did that go fast for you? My gosh. You must have been getting some value. That's awesome. I love it. Okay. Last question. We're done. How to make a post bigger. Okay, here we go. How to make a post bigger. Let me show you guys. And then we are going to wrap it up. So on Facebook, when you're doing a post, this is how you make a big post. And so you'll see the number of characters that I have is not very many. Therefore, the text is going to be big. But as soon as I keep typing more text, this post is going to be small, like, and there you go, boom. There it is. So if you have less characters, it will be big. And that is a really cool thing that Facebook did. I love that because it allows you to pop and stand out in the newsfeed. If you can find ways to do that, I would do that just because it will stand out a little bit more. So my friends, MLSP fam, you guys rock. I am honored and grateful to have been able to spend a couple of hours with you guys. I really hope you got some value from this. Get this training out to others. I mean, this is part of the MLSP community. So get the recording out. It'll be in the back office. Don't let this just die. Don't let this just be here like a once and it's gone. You know, get this out there so that everyone can continue to get this information. And I will continue to provide more training for MLSP as long as you guys want me back. I'd be glad to continue. You know, even though we were here for over 2 hours, I could probably go on for 10 more hours, just going deeper into more of this kind of stuff. But we got to wrap it up because we are out of time. All right, guys, I'm going to be in the Facebook group. I'm going to look for your comments. What did you like best? Did you get some value? Let me know. I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to post that document right now so you have access to that on not posting links. I know some people won't like that. Just my opinion. It's what I've found to help get more engagement. And I am so excited to have been here with all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys in the group. And I'll see you at the next Live the Dream. What? Don't miss it. I'll see you there. Peace.